Shields up, Paladins, and welcome to an Overwatch Hero Guide. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'll be talking to you all about McCree and how I like to use this particular character. McCree is one of the damage roll characters within Overwatch, as well as he has 200 health. Now with all that being said and done, let's go ahead and jump right over to his weapon and his abilities. The first thing I'm going to talk about is his actual weapon, which is called the Peacekeeper. So McCree fires off a round from his trusty 6-shooter is the description of the Peacekeeper. So the aim type is hit scan, damage is 35 to 70, fall off range is 20 to 40 meters, spread angle is pinpoint, the rate of fire is 0.42 seconds recovery or 2.38 shots per second. You have 6 rounds per magazine, the reload time is 1.5 seconds, and you can receive headshots with this particular weapon. Now, unlike most weapons with damage fall off, the Peacekeeper damage scales non-linearly, so the the drop is very severe upon reaching 20 meters, but stabilizes at 30 meters and then drops severely again and stabilizes at 40 meters. So pretty much the way that you want to use McCree in this sense is try to stay pretty much within the 20 to 30 meter range. 40 meters you're really pushing it. But that's where McCree really excels at, and I'll get more into that later on. Now, if the Peacekeeper does have a secondary fire, which is called Fan the Hammer. So again, the type of this would be hit scan. McCree can fire the Peacekeeper's hammer to swiftly unload the entire cylinder, is the description. The damage is 25 to 50, fall off range again is 20 to 40 meters. The spread angle is a constant 6.5 degrees. The rate of fire is 1 shot per 0.13 seconds. You have 6 shots per magazine. Ammo usage is up to 6. Reload time is 1.5 seconds, and you cannot receive headshots with the secondary fire. Now let's go into his first ability that he has, which is called Combat Roll. So McCree dives in the direction he's moving, effortlessly reloading his Peacekeeper in the process, which is the description. The movement speed is 15 meters per second. The max range is 6.25 meters. Duration is 4 seconds, or 0.4 seconds, and the cooldown is 6 seconds. So, works on while McCree is on any surface, for that matter. McCree can roll off ledges if he does use his combat roll in that effect to try to get away from people or whatever. Now, this will also travel in the direction McCree is walking, not the direction that he is facing, unless he is not moving. So do keep that in mind. The next ability that he has is called Flashbang. So the aim type would be arching projectile. The description is McCree heaves a blinding grenade that explodes shortly after it leaves his hand. The blast daggers enemies in a small radius. Now the damage is not much, but it does 25 damage. The projectile speed is 30 meters per second. Max range is 7 meters. The area of effect is a 3 meter radius. Casting time is a 0.35 second recovery or a 0.65 seconds before it starts to cool down. The duration is a 0.7 second stun, and the cooldown is 10 seconds. And of course, you cannot receive headshots with the Flashbang, but the Flashbang can affect enemies up to 10 meters away, so do keep this in mind. And finally, for his ultimate ability, which is called Dead Eye. So the aim type, of course, is hit scan, and the description is focus, mark, draw. McCree takes a few precious moments to aim while he's ready to fire. He shoots every enemy in his line of sight. The weaker the targets are, the faster he'll line up a kill shot. So the damage is 0.2 to 1 second is 100 per second, 80 overall. 1 second to 1.5 seconds is 275 per second. And after 1.5 seconds, the damage is 550 per second. So the movement speed is negative 70% penalty. Max range is 200 meters. Rate of fire is 1 shot per 0.2 seconds. Ammo usage is 1 per target. Duration is up to 6.2 seconds. And the ultimate cost is 1,680 points. Now, McCree passively generates 1% ult charge for every 3.36 seconds. Deadeye replenishes the Peacekeeper's ammo. Deadeye only targets enemy heroes and cannot target objects such as barriers, turrets, mines, etc. Deadeye begins locking down at 0.2 seconds after the activation. Over the next 0.8 seconds, it accumulates damage slowly to all enemies in sight, up to 80 for each. After 1 second, Deadeye accumulates damage at a rate of 275 per second. Then after 1.5 seconds, it accumulates at 550 per second. If the accumulated damage is above the enemy's health, a skull will appear. If the player's field of view or FOV setting does not affect the breath of Deadeye, at lower FOV settings, McCree may be able to kill enemies that the player cannot see. Despite the visuals in the game, the shots don't actually count as headshots. The ability will deal no damage when the headshots only option is selected in a custom game. Ammo remaining in the cylinder is not relevant, as it will keep firing even if it runs out of ammo. And Deadeye can lock on to and kill more than 6 targets simultaneously. So that's everything about his weapon and his abilities. Again, not too much with McCree, but I will talk a little bit about his strengths and weaknesses here. And again, there's really not much to talk about here, but besides, I would say maybe for a strength that McCree is probably one of the game's best duelists. He is capable of killing almost anyone he gets up and close to with blinding speed by stunning them with a flashbang and unloading his Peacekeeper into them. The accurate hit scan nature of his primary weapon also makes him suitable for fighting mobile targets like Genji and Fada at medium range. Combat roll not only provides him a quick mobility to escape, but also fully reloads at the same time, which is what his playstyle really needs, in my opinion. Now, Deadeye can also be used to quick kill on non-tank heroes within his line of sight or zoning away the opponents due to how guaranteed the kill shot is. Now, something you have to keep in mind is that Divas and Genjis are your nightmare whenever it comes to his ultimate. Genji can get right up in your face, deflect everything back, or Diva can fly up to you or get right up in your face with her defense matrix and stop everything that you're doing. So that's something that you have to keep in mind whenever you're wanting to use his ultimate. So now, while having, really for a weakness I would say, while having a powerful gun, which is his Peacekeeper, McCree's abilities are considered subpar as a trade-off to his insane damage output. His low mobility means that he has no conventional routes to get up close and personal to his opponents, making it easy to outflank him and kill him before he has a chance to even fire back. Flashbang is really the only way that he can protect himself in an up close and personal close combat way or manner, but missing the target will likely force him to fight or either escape from the death. His low ammunition means that wasting one bullet has much value than others, while his damage output falls off a cliff at longer ranges in comparison to other hit-scan heroes, making him one poor choice at a static defense at long range. And that's really about it. You don't want to use McCree in a long-range sniper fight, as you will lose that fight guaranteed. Really, he's more up close and personal in your face or a very close medium range. But that's really about it with McCree. A lot of times you'll see McCree's do a flashbang combat roll, or a flashbang fan the hammer combat roll, fan the hammer again, just because one, you reload everything back, and that is one way to kill people. Again, but his headshots do hurt, so do keep this in mind. People, if you are able to stun them with your flash grenade, almost everybody can die within 2 to 3 headshots if you're quick enough. And that's one thing that I would say for any McCree player out there. I would say train in that aspect first before relying on Fan the Hammer. Yes, Fan the Hammer can get you kills, but you'll receive more ultimate quicker by getting headshots than anything else. But that is the way that I like to use McCree and everything else. So hopefully I answered a lot of questions, comments, concerns. And if I did, then definitely leave a comment down below, and I will see you all within the next video.